So after you are done installing Flutter, what you will have is on the Android Studio, you'll get this button called create a new Flutter project. And you can create a new Flutter project and give it a name, a description, and then you have to give it a package name. So package names are unique, as in after you want, when you want to publish your app to Play Store or App Store, the this package name needs to be unique. So you can set it to your domain name, and or you can, just make it after your name and make it unique. So this needs to be unique when you're publishing app. So we'll just for now get started with a package name and create a new Flutter project. So all Flutter applications, when you create a new Flutter project, come with some default code. So this default code is provided by the Flutter team. It is a very simple application. I'll just run it on my Chrome for now. We'll have to wait on it. But while this happens, I'll just come back to my Flutter website and we'll go over to the documentation section of it. Um, because after you are done installing Flutter, you can go over to docs where all the information about how to work with Flutter and all is provided. So we also have cookbooks here. Cookbooks are simple tutorials by the Flutter team about certain things you can do in Flutter. So the application has started on a local host. This is for the web part of it, and I'll also show it on my mobile device. Okay, so it's still running here. What I'll do is just, yeah, so this is like the first homepage that you see when you run your application for the first time. This is a simple code which has a floating action button right here. So when you tap on it, it should increment this counter that we have on the screen, and it has a simple app bar on the top. So I'll also walk you through the code that we have here. So initially, when you create a new Flutter project, it has a void main function. So main function is again the first function inside the project that gets the control from the CPU. So this main function runs the app, and this my app is a stateless widget. So what are these widgets right now? Widgets, you can think of widgets as Lego blocks, right? So Flutter applications are, if in Flutter applications, everything that you see is a widget, which is a very simple concept. Widgets are these small Lego blocks. They can be visualized as Lego blocks that you keep piling one on top of the other, and you get a complete application in the end. So like we have on screen right now, uh, it could be imagined like a Lego block that you put one on top of the other. So there are two types of widgets. One is the stateless widget and one is the stateful widget. So a stateless widget, as the name suggests, it lacks state. So what is this state? Let us say like this widget initially was blue in color. So it would remain blue or brown as we have right here. It would remain the same color throughout the execution of the app. So whereas a stateful widget is full of state, so it can change state, as in it has a full growth cycle. So initially this widget could be pink in color, but as it grows through the app, it would turn color in it, as in it would become brown. So I'll show this by example because it would be better clear like that. But this my app widget is a stateless widget. So it would, throughout the execution of the complete application, it would remain same in state. It has some codes and comments in it. It returns a material app. Material, as I mentioned, is a UI library. This is for Android. It has all the features to create applications. It has like material components in it. You can go over to Material UI, search for Material UI on Google, and you will get everything in it. It's a popular React framework, derives a lot of features from it, and you can check out like what all is available in it for Flutter. and there are a different components in it, as in you have buttons, etc., which you can use within your Flutter application. So we import material whenever we start a new Flutter application, or whenever we are writing Dart code. So we are using a material, we are returning a material app which has a title and a home page set to it. This home page is the one that we were seeing uh, in our web browser. So this home page had a app bar, which was basically this top app bar that we have here, which simply read like Flutter demo homepage. And then we had a body, which had a which had this counter in it. And whenever we pressed on this plus button, it incremented the counter. So this was a stateful widget because we were changing some components of it. As in when we were clicking on that increment button, it needed to upgrade. So it was changing state. So that is why it was made a stateful widget. Whereas this My App was a stateless widget. It was the bottom widget. Nothing was happening to it. So it was made into a stateless widget. And to make this better clear, I'll clear this code. I'll also get rid of this my from the homepage part of it. And now what I'll do is I'll define a new widget, as in I'll keep it stateless for now, call this homepage. I'll get rid of this title property. Now I have my Android Studio right here where I was just making changes to the code, and I'll also open, okay, I just closed it. So I'll rerun my application again and I'll just open it simultaneously to show like how hot reload works. And then I'll also take this up again, stateless and stateful widget, because it might not be clear in the first go. But stateless widgets, they lack state. They do not upgrade during the execution of the app, whereas stateful widgets, they have state to them, and so they'll upgrade if changes are required. Like if you need to change the color of the Lego block, you can do so during the state. It can be understood with that demo we have of the a person growing, as in he starts out as a child and then he becomes older. So like that, state widgets can have different states throughout their lifetime. So it will take some time to run, but so right now we are getting this blank screen because our homepage returns nothing. It has a simple container. So this container, what is this container? What was the scaffold widget that we were talking about? So let me go back to the Flutter documentation itself. We have this Flutter documentation which has a section called widgets catalog. So as I mentioned, everything in Flutter is a widget. We talked about two different types of widgets, stateless and stateful. But there are a lot of widgets, as in those two were the types of how you can define a widget. But you have widgets like text that you can use. So if you want to insert text in your Flutter application, you can use a text widget and put the text there. So if you want to use an image in your application, so there is a widget for that as well. So we have this widgets catalog that lists out the widgets that you can use inside your Flutter application. We have text here, we have like the basics that you need to know, which include container, scaffold, and all these widgets. So we have basics widget that you need to know before you build your Flutter application, where we have the app bar, we have columns and containers, and there is the text widget also, and row widget. So we'll take some of these basic widgets in today's session. We'll take up container first. Container as defined here is just a simple, you can take it up as a box which you can give certain properties. So it is a simple widget that you can modify properties of. You can create squares, you can give it some borders, you can change colors later on, give it a alignment. So this is one of the most commonly used widgets in Flutter. And then we would look at the column widget and the row widget, and then we would also see how to use text. And most importantly, we'll also use scaffold. So scaffold has all these different properties that you can use. It has an increment button like the one we saw, and then there is the app bar, and you can also have like bottom navigation in scaffold. So yeah, let's go back to the code. So we were returning, we what we did right now is I told you about the main function. Then we have the my app widget. So this my app widget is the basic or the ground widget on which we will build everything. So widgets again are Lego blocks. You'll keep one on top of the other and you will have the complete application. We'll start with the my app, which is like the base of it.